Now, a lot happened this week. There's a lot of political stuff to get to. We're gonna get to some of that in a bit.
Yeah.
Some of the more important stuff. However, Ebro did send us something funny yesterday in the chat that I had not seen. This would be number 8, Bascom. This is Drizzy Drake. This is the boy.
Oh, my God.
Apparently the boy.
I can't.
That's what they call him. Some people out there, I don't know who, but there are people out there who call him the boy. Saw our clip from the show. I guess it was the day that I was moving, if you recall that day.
Yes, of course.
And him and his friend Akademiks had a good laugh at just how down bad I am. Let's take a look.
Yo, this is crazy. No. Nah, Drake got jokes. He says the kitchen is in the living room and the office. Oh, nah, he got it. Nah, Drake got it. Nah, he says the kitchen is in the living room and the office. Oh, nah.
Okay, first of all.
Nah.
That is actually funny, okay? Because, yes, if you pull that one video from that day when I was moving, I was literally in my kitchen with the fridge behind me, and that is where the living room is. It is a New York apartment, so that is not wrong. But that's not the funniest part of the video. Yo, the level of open giddiness that this guy Akademiks has to be friends with Drake, yo, my man. Drake, you got it. Yo, his level of high, the validation that this guy feels because Drake reaches out.
Yeah.
Oh man, let's keep going.
Drake got jokes. Drake got jokes. Rosenberg. I peeped that. He said, "Act, I'm watching." The nigga got the fridge. The fridge right there. He's in his office, but I see the fridge. And that he's in the living room at the same time. It's a 3-in-1. It's a studio. It's a studio.
It's a studio, yes.
It's a studio, y'all.
4-bedroom apartment.
It's a studio, all in one.
Listen.
This is so ridiculous. All of it. It just reminds me of like high school. I can't. That's why I don't get involved. I'll be like, you guys do what you want to do.
Well, listen, I want to personally invite Akademiks and Drake to be guests on Validate Me, which is launching this May, because these are both guys who are constantly trying to like scratch the itch and feel like they're enough. Like it never ends with Akademiks. He's always, and the truth is, there's another video where Akademiks talked about, us apologizing. Ebro and I should apologize to him because we said he wasn't ish and blah, blah, blah. I really do feel that some of the criticism we gave him led to him being like some of the validation issues that he has. The one thing that he always mistakes about it, though, he always makes it, we talked trash about the medium of YouTube. Like, we were like, no, we're on the real microphones. You're not. That was never the content of the criticism. It was specifically about the kind of content that he was making and not having respect for the kind of work that he was doing. It was never a looking down our nose from...
I don't think people realize we've always been on YouTube.
Yeah, no, why would we have been anti-YouTube? That doesn't even make sense.
Who cares?
But I will say this. Drake hitting up Akademiks to laugh at me is so rich, given, like, Drake's probably forgotten because Drake probably has known a lot of people over the years, and so have I. But, like, I remember my relationship with Drake very well.
So does he.
I don't know that he remembers how cool we were. I don't know that he remembers the conversations. Like, I have memories of the conversations. You can hit up Akademiks or whichever new, internet personalities that come along that he always befriends. Because, again, trying to fill that void. He's always befriending the next one so they can fluff him up. Always some next 19-year-old vlogger who he can be buddies with. I understand that. But that's not going to erase the Drake calling me and nearly in tears because I didn't like the God's Plan video. Literally screaming at the top of his lungs, nearly in tears, Like, my mom called me. Why, blah, blah, blah. Scream. I was like, to the point where like, I held up the phone and looked at my ex-wife like, I don't know what is going. This man is screaming at me on the phone about my criticism of the God's Plan video.
And that's the video that I said I like because I was defending Drake at that
point.
Yeah.
And by the way, and in retrospect, I did think I was a little harsh about it, but I thought my criticism was fair. I thought it was corny. But that was also years into our relationship. We had many years where it was like, we were very, very friendly. But the one thing, because Akademiks has a lot of money, there's no question about it. And, you can see I'm living in just a sad, sad little studio there.
In the kitchen.
I'm living in the kitchen. It's gone bad for me. But Akademiks has a lot of money. Drake has a lot of money. But I have something that neither of them have. And that is called real friends. Neither of those people have friends. If Drake had real friends, the whole battle never would have happened the way it happened, and the lawsuit wouldn't have happened, and all of these terrible decisions that the whole world had their head in their hands about wouldn't have happened, because real friends, not people not staff, not people who live because of you, would have said, my man, don't do that. And Akademiks, we know, doesn't have friends, because look how my man dresses every time he goes on camera.
Peter.
No,
Peter. Come on, stop.
I know, he offered to pay our paycheck. My man, pay a stylist. What is the jersey? What is the jersey? And the whole Rosenberg thing. Yo, bro, you have to come up with insults that might actually, like, offend me. You can't make something. You know how Ebro always says, they say the thing that's true about them? Like, yeah. We know what your life was. You have to understand, my life isn't in comments. I live in the real world. I have been this person since I was in high school. I have been outside my whole life. You can call me dweeb all you want. You are talking about yourself. And I would love for you to come on Validate Me, and I'm dead serious about that. Let's have a conversation about why you don't think you're enough. My man Akademiks makes probably $30 million a year. He really might. He probably makes a couple million a month streaming. Yeah, for sure. Right? Like that's my guess. My man.
I would hope so.
You're making millions and millions of dollars. Yes, we said we didn't like your content. So what? Like, you're doing your thing. If you're proud of what you do and you're doing as well as you say you are, and I think you are. I'm not one of these people who says he's streaming in his basement and has no money. No, Ak does well. He does very, very well. Well enough to pay a stylist. My man, it looks like you walked out of the back of the Source. Like, is that it? I know your name's Akademiks. Do you have to wear Akademiks? Well, what? My man, yo, you are the worst dressed man in media. And I am a 46-year-old white dad. And I am stunning on you fashion-wise. And by the way, Drake, you too.
Peter.
No, am I wrong again? Drake, you've got a plane and you can't put together an outfit. My man, you can't put together one outfit with nearly $1 billion?
Anyway, can we move on? It's enough. It's enough.
Laura said, I said I wasn't going to go long, and then I kept going longer.
I'm like,
but I may take Ak up on giving us the last paycheck if he can get that handled. I don't care if it comes from Media Co. or DJ Akademiks LLC. I'll take it.
I just think the funniest thing about the internet, right? Because that video is like from January, I think, right? From Jan, because we got into our studio we finished building our studio.
This last one that he showed?
Yeah.
That was the move. That was my move day a couple weeks ago. Ebro was on the road.
No, not this one. The one that was moving around over the weekend.
From last week about
Yes, when we were saying, hey, they owe us money.
That was mad old.
Yeah, that's from like January, I think, and people thought it was like recent. But, I laugh because people are like, wow, is this really happening? I'm like, yes. The only reason we haven't been able to really go into detail is because we're in the middle
the whole thing.
of a legal battle, and we have our union lawyers telling us,
but
just
don't worry,
chill for now.
But guess what? I have my arbitration date.
Yeah, you do.
Do you have yours yet?
Yeah, I told you I did.
You have your date. Your date's ahead of ours, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So we have our dates.
Whatever.
So I know that part came out last week. That guy, he watches our show every day. Why is he pulling stuff that's so old? You got to pull the new stuff, my guy.
He's watching now.
I'm sure he is. Yo, my man, you got to pull the current stuff. That was so old.